In this episode, I go over my upcoming schedule. Jeffrey flies us into Lambeau Field, and we talk about Aaron Rodgers and that whole situation, as well as break down the Green Bay Packers and the different moves they made during this offseason. And don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, I'll see you on the other side. Peace. Good afternoon, Bay Nation. Welcome to another episode of Fantasy Bay. I'm your host, Mike Williams, and here's my co-host, Jeffrey.
Good afternoon, Bay Nation.
And reintroducing my inner fan. Hey, Bay Nation. Football is back. We have preseason games. Let's go. We're so close. I can't wait to get started. All right, boys, can you go get set up for the breakdown?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no problem. I'll see you in Green Bay. Thank you. I'll take care of this schedule. So a lot has happened in this offseason, and I want to basically give you a rundown of where the state of the NFL is at the moment. So I'll have a video explaining all of the major injuries coming up, and then after that, I will have a breakdown of each division, and it'll be quick videos for each team, about a minute or two, basically going over different ads, drops, trades, and other transactions that happened during the offseason that may affect the team moving forward as well as fantasy. So on that note, I think that we're about ready. Jeffrey?
Yes, sir.
Is the fly-in simulation ready?
Yes, sir. The flight simulation has been calibrated to Lambeau Field.
Excellent. Beam me in. Let's get it started.
I'm on it, sir. Here we go.
All right, Jeffrey, let's start with the coaching changes. Were there any coaching changes for the Packers?
There are no major coaching changes.
Didn't think so. All right, let's move on to the starting quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. What happened last year leading up to this year? And if you can, please try to keep it brief. I know it's a saga. My goodness.
The Aaron Rodgers situation is a doozy, sir. I will try to be brief. Aaron Rodgers was named the most valuable player in 2020. He then promptly wanted to be traded, preferably to the 49ers, Broncos and Raiders.
I wonder if that had anything to do with them kicking that field goal. That's a tough pill to swallow. Aaron Rodgers having the ball taken out of his hands? If I'm going to go down, I want to go down swinging, or I guess throwing in this situation. But coach took it out of his hands, and the rest is history.
He considered retirement, but eventually decided to play for the Packers. Rodgers restructured his contract to void the year 2023.
Smart.
According to Jay Glazer, the Packers have agreed to trade Aaron Rodgers after 2021 if he wishes.
Good job, Green Bay, doing the right thing, letting this man get out of your organization, because clearly he's done. And the fact that you would even think about letting him just retire and not try to at least get anything for him, in my opinion, was always a silly gesture. Aaron Rodgers was the MVP last year. You clearly can get at least a couple first rounds for him. Jeffrey, what's next?
Wide receiver, Davante Adams, is in the last year of his contract. The Packers have tried to work out a deal, but the Aaron Rodgers situation halted Davante Adams' willingness to sign an extension.
I mean, losing your star quarterback definitely leaves some hesitation whether or not you're going to want to stay with that team. I mean, if you don't have one of the best quarterbacks in the league, how are your stats going to look? Are you really going to throw up 18 touchdowns? And the backup is Jordan Love, who, I'm not going to lie, I haven't seen much of him, and I haven't heard too many great things about what's going on. I know that he's not on the MVP level yet. Both Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams made a post on Twitter that had Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen about to pound fists. And I actually really liked this post until I heard what Jalen Rose had to say about it, and I thought about it from a completely different angle. Jalen Rose basically went through the accolades of Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams. Oh, they're amazing. MVP. Davante Adams is incredible. All these touchdowns. But to quote Jalen Rose, y'all ain't Mike and Scotty, dog. That's a little aggressive, don't you think? How many championships do you have? How many Super Bowls have you been to? Oh, yeah. That's what I thought. It ain't 6. And I know you ain't 6 for 6. And I'm not one of those Jordan, oh, he's better than everybody because he's 6 for 6, blah, blah, blah. But when you're comparing yourself to Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, you need to have more chips than that, bro. And on top of that, the sport already has a GOAT at your position at that. His name's Tom Brady. If you don't remember, just look at who won the Super Bowl. The GOAT. So, maybe a runner-up. Yeah, I was pretty surprised that he posted that. That was very interesting on his part. Really? Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen? A little presumptuous, don't you think? Alright, Jeffrey, do we have any more major news?
Running back, Aaron Jones, signed a 4-year, $48 million contract. This is the 7th highest contract of all running backs.
Money! Money, 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 money! Money! Money, 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 money! What are you doing? Money, 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 money! I can't take him anywhere. Alright, Bernard, can you take that to the other room? I was very curious as to what they were going to do. They brought in A.J. Dillon, and they had Jamal Williams, and they had Aaron Jones. I was curious if they were going to pay him or not. The fact that they gave him so much money, and for such a long period, 4 years is a solid period for a running back, second contract, and $48 million is definitely solid. Like Jeffrey said, 7th in the league. That means they're going to use him. One thing you really need to know about football and fantasy football, follow the money. It is extremely important to know how much players are getting paid because teams tend to speak more with their pockets than they do with their words. Because a coach can talk up a guy all day, but if they're only paying him $1 million and they're paying the other wide receiver $10 million, they're probably going to try to get it into his hands a little more. Keep that in mind when you're looking into players. Alright, Jeffrey, now that we've gotten the big hitters out of the way, can you speed through all the minor stuff, any ads or drops that we got?
Minor additions. Traded a 2022 6th round pick for Randall Cobb. Signed and released Blake Bortles. The Packers signed the following players to 1-year deal. Alan Lazard, $850,000. Robert Tonyan, $3.4 million.
Robert Tonyan, $3.4 million, but Lazard only $850K, huh? He's probably not going to be an important part of the offense. Follow the money.
Packers drafted Amari Rodgers in the 3rd round.
That's not a bad draft pick. I mean, Aaron Rodgers had been asking for receivers for years, so I guess getting him a nice 3rd rounder is super useful. I think it's going to be too little, too late. Sorry, Packer fans. You're losing Aaron Rodgers next year.
The Packers did not resign Jamal Williams. He now plays for the Lions.
Yeah, I figured it was about time for Jamal Williams to move on. With A.J. Dillon there and re-signing Aaron Jones for that big contract, there's no way there was going to be enough touches in that offense for all 3 of them. And you didn't draft A.J. Dillon for no reason, so you kind of got to use him. Let me give you a quick summary of what I think of these players. Aaron Rodgers is still an absolute beast, and he's going to take the league by storm. I'm telling you, like I said last year, he is going to throw a lot of touchdowns. He did not come back to not show out. And I think that he's going to have a great year this year. And that goes for Davante Adams as well. He's going to have another fantastic year. Look for another double-digit touchdowns for sure, because he's always getting you double-digit touchdowns if he's healthy. And Aaron Jones is an absolute beast, so I also think he's going to have a great year. It looks like those 3 are going to be very viable both in real life and in fantasy football. Everybody else, flex play at best, unless there's an injury.